Well, hey folks, BC7 here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for showing up here today and spending some time. I am in Mist Survivors. And I thought today, now this is a very, very early access game, so I don't plan on doing a really lengthy series. So I thought I'd let you know what my thoughts on this game are in the state that it's currently in, which is to say, in my opinion, very, very early alpha. It has a lot of really good things going for it. It also has some, well, some things that definitely need to be thrown back in the pot and cooked a little bit. One of those things being, you can see I have a wounded leg, and it says self-healing. Well, when I logged off, I had a wounded leg. It was self-healing and was, just a sliver from the very top from being done. Anytime you log off and log back in, that resets to, oh man, I was so close to getting eaten by a bear. That resets. So you spend another entire game session with whatever ailments, crippliness, etc. that you had originally. Not good. Not in particular. Yeah. See, unfortunately, I have no bandages. That was a weird noise. Because, unfortunately, I went to record this about 10 minutes ago, and when I logged in, really? Oh, I guess because they're a difference in their durability, as it were. Okay. When I logged in, I heard thump, 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 and was immediately killed by a bear. Like, I didn't have time to turn around. It hit me twice, and I was dead. When I woke up, all my bandages were gone. That's the first thing, it seems, that you lose if you're wounded or hurt, is your bandages. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, but there you go. You know, it didn't take my shotgun, strangely enough. Didn't take my axe or my combat knife or my crowbar. But it took all my bandages. So now I get to, yeah. But yeah, every time you log in, I didn't save that particular one. I just went zoink and I'm out of here. But yeah, as I said, it resets any wounds, issues that you have. And you end up spending another session where you either can't run or you can't chop trees, or depending on what your injury is. To counter that, I really like the injury system. If they get that bug out of it, so these things would actually, I mean, I would have to sit here for the next probably 3 hours and play to ensure that finally got, or find a bandage and speed the process. But, like I said, to counter it, I really like the way this system works. You know, if you get something, like I've got a wounded leg, if I bandage it, it isn't instantly better. It still takes some time, but considerably less than if you do what I'm doing here and just allowing it to heal. Right? If it's bandaged and you run, you'll tear the bandages and lose that bonus. So you do have to be careful when you're injured, which makes perfect sense. And I do really like that. You know, wounded will go to slightly wounded, and you can do a little bit more without, you know, you can actually sprint a little bit without it getting worse, and then eventually heal. But that's only, again, if you spend that solid amount of time in the game. If you log out and come back in, you're screwed. Everything resets. So, yeah. Not a terribly impressive way to do things, you know? I don't think it's actually here that I want, come to think of it. I think what I'm after is here. Alright, what do I need to make... Oh, lashing. I didn't want to actually do that, but... Hello? Oh, I can't interact because that's there? Fine. Good lord. As I said, this is very early alpha, and it certainly feels like it, unfortunately. There is an incredibly limited number of assets. It's neat to explore the, you know, they've done a reasonably good job of the whole, you know, making you want to look one more place, check out one more POI, that sort of thing. But, Weather. Oh, good luck. Alright. Yeah. So where do I make... Oh, here it is. I need leaves and bark. Okay. So leaves and bark. Yeah, you do after a short time, though, discover that, you know, every rock is that rock. And that and the 15 other things are the only things that they are. You know, there's not a whole lot of variety, not a whole lot. But again, it's very early access. These are the sort of things that the next patch there could suddenly be 200 new items. You know, it's all dependent on time. It's not an actual flaw of the game. So, and there seems from the people that, okay, it's obviously not that one I want. I've watched some plays by, here we go. Some of the, shall we say, bigger YouTubers, well, say medium-sized YouTubers, and they all seem really hyped. Like the game is just the greatest thing since, you know. I think it's comparable to some of the better survival games that are out there, but I don't know that this does anything really different. Okay, like I say, the health thing, that's a little more intricate than some. You know, but by the same thing, it's got this same tired hunger and thirst mechanic that are, you know, don't seem super tied into anything. You know what I mean? My hunger and my thirst go down at the same rate when I sleep as they do when I walk from here to the motel. And, well, that isn't right. I mean, you'll get hungrier and thirstier doing work than you will not doing work. That's just the way things work. And yet so many games, including this one, can't see beyond that. Again, all of the stats that you have, these are things that may get adjusted over time. I'm not having any luck finding leaves. You'd think I'd have some. There we are. Okay, feeling better now. So, let's see if we can't craft us some twine lashings. I can make 2. Whoa, that's brilliant. And then what am I going to run out of? Leaves. Really? Huh. Because I have more bark, of course, but I don't have more leaves. But I think we can get leaves easy enough. So I think whether this game becomes a really popular, really well-played game, and no, I'm not about to leap on the is multiplayer, because there's 100 of these games that have thousands of players that are multiplayer. And, you know, they're like Rust and Daisy. And we know what they are, and we know why people want multiplayer, so that you can do everything I've been doing in this game, only to log in one day and find that some 14-year-old twerp that had nothing better to do has completely annihilated everything you've worked for. You know, they have nothing of their own to show, but their entire joy in games is how much grief they can cause other people. So, no, I don't think multiplayer is what this game needs. I think what it really needs to succeed is for the developer, one, to look at their own goals in the game and not be so swayed by the feedback of their clients, their customers, us. Now, I mean, that may sound a little counterintuitive to development, but it will keep a developer more focused towards their idea of a game. I mean, you don't set out to make a game like this without some sort of an end idea. You know, like I plan this to be a, you know, a really survival oriented in so much as, you know, everything is going to work like, ooh, nice. Everything is going to work like the health system does. You know, you will really, really have to pay a lot of attention to what's going on with you, what's going on with your surroundings, you know. And that seems to be where this is going. And if it gets there, this will be a survival game that everybody will want to play. You know, right now it just sort of feels like early pieces of other games. Like I get a real 7 Days to Die kind of ring out of this thing. And yet there's very few similarities, you know. But it's that early in development that it doesn't really ring out with much character of its own. I'm so afraid that bear's just going to come out of nowhere again. Like literally, I didn't even have time to hit the record button, and I was laying there and the thing's going, revive? Like, why the heck are you asking me, man? Yeah, no, I don't want to revive. I just want to lay here in a bloody puddle in the middle of the motel parking lot. Oh, feathers, very nice. So yeah, there isn't enough at the moment, I don't think, to make this game really stand out. Whereas, as I say, oddly enough, there seems an awful lot of hype with most of the YouTubers that are doing this series. Now, maybe it's just the way I approach games. You know, I'm looking at this as being a survival game. You know, at this point in time, as thrilling as it may be for the 3 seconds that it takes, should I really kill a bear? Well, no. What am I going to do with it? As you see, I don't even have the kit with me at the moment to make a drying rack. And yet, I guess, like I said, for the 5 seconds of excitement it would cause, I get a feeling the mist is going to come in. I don't want to get too far from home here. And I can't run or I'm just never going to get any better. So yeah, I think with some very careful attention on the part of the dev, this could be a very good, very, very good survival game. You know, I mean, the whole Myst premise, I don't think is really unique enough. You know, because let's face it, the only difference between they come out during the mist and they come out at night is a different visual effect, right? Oh, and the mist is a little shorter than nights tend to be, which is kind of nice. Alright, I think we're probably pretty good here. I usually find the road is about the best places for leaves. I guess we might as well take some of these, because I'm going to need sticks for the drying rack for food. What's the time getting to be? Ah, the time is getting to be going home time, I see. Alright, well, let's grab this. So yeah, I do see great potential in this game. I also am well aware of the fact that well, I have no treatment because the game took all my bandages, and I can't butcher the bear corpse because I don't have the things to make a rack. Alright. Okay. Why are you not giving me the option? I do have a combat knife. Hard to use. Best to use. Okay. So why do you not give me the option then? Really? Do I need to put the knife there? Oh, now it drops it on the ground. Brilliant. No? Harvest? No? Well, apparently it's not going to let me do anything, so... But, yeah, because I have no bandage, I won't be able to heal myself, and I imagine I'll probably die before I get home. You know, I now have a severely wounded leg. I don't think I have any shots left in this gun, by the way. And I'm bleeding. Yeah, that's it. So... yeah. So look at what I just lost. The crowbar I just made, which I haven't even used yet. So this is another thing that just, you know... And I'm just going to die again. Now I have to get all the way back there. And hopefully I'll be able to collect my stuff. Oh yeah, I can't turn down anything now. I've lost everything I've gained. Alright, I believe I have a light. Oh yeah, that's a great light too. And of course, because I have a severely wounded leg, there's no way I can jog. So it's one of those things. I think at this point, probably the best thing to do. Now, I mean, if you guys want to see more of this, I will play more of it. But in all honesty, to be fair to this game, I think that probably the best thing... it doesn't really give you a marker as to where your corpse is. I mean, I know I was running through the bush towards home when I died. Beyond that, no idea. But I think probably the best thing to do with this game is to let it cook for a little more. You know, let the developer stay on it. Otherwise, I don't really think that doing reviews of the game at this time, or even doing complete Let's Plays, as a lot of people are doing, is fair to the game or fair to the developer. You know? So I think that I am probably, as I said, going to put it away for a little while. And we will keep a close eye on it. I'll watch the updates as they come in, and we'll... yeah, the odds of my being able to find my stuff out here. As I say, there's no actual type of marker. You have to, sort of like all the other stuff, just kind of find it. Ah, look. I think I just did. No, that's a potato. And some 9mm rounds. Those aren't mine. Those are some Z that's died here. What do we got here? Chocolate bar. And a feather. No. Yeah, it would be so nice if they actually had like some sort of a marker. But then I guess with no map, they're not going to have a marker. So I guess I can count all of the stuff I just spent all of my hard-earned time on, like the crowbar, as being gone. And the other nice thing that, yeah, I just killed a bear, he will respawn within minutes. So, in fact, he may already be back here somewhere. But, yeah. So, bottom line, I think it has the potential to be a really good game. Again, a lot of games that have had potential have never made it that far. Usually because the developer's been done with them before you... if I had any bullets left, I'd give you another one. Usually because the developer pretty much packs it in before they reach that potential. So I guess we can hope in this case that doesn't happen. I would recommend to anyone thinking of picking it up, always good to support a developer, you know, and of course the easiest way to do that is, well, put your money on the table. But I would not at this point judge the game as to whether it's going to be something you're going to end up wanting to play or not. It needs a lot of work. A rock. Lashings. Okay, this is my stuff. But, again, and not all of it's going to be here either, which really sucks. No, that's it. Oh, no. What else have we got? A leaf. A rock. Some shells. Man, when I died, I must have just exploded. Yeah, a little better visual indicator for, you know, finding stuff when you end up corpsing out, because you will. Thought I just saw another one spring up. There we are. What is this one? Blueberry. Oh, I guess I'm full because I keep dropping it. Anyway. Thanks to all of you for stopping by today and checking things out. Here is down in the bottom right hand corner, if you're not subscribed already, there is a link to do just that if you want to see more videos. And I also have a Patreon link. There is an exclamation mark up in the top right corner. If you click on that and you're feeling generous and want to help a fella out, well, that will take you to there. So that's it with my thoughts on Myst. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope there was a little bit insightful, at least. Again, this is all strictly my opinion. You know, you may think the game is the best thing since sliced bread or the worst thing you've ever seen. Let me know in the comments down below. But, why do you not stack? No? Really? Well, I'm just going to eat them then. I only wanted to keep a couple for traps. There we go. Alrighty. And I just dropped that on the ground. That's another thing. Not being able to open and close menus with the same keys, that's ridiculous. Like, I can open that with E, I cannot close it. I have to either hit escape or go to my inventory. So, but there you are, folks. Till next time, this has been Species7, having another look at Myst Survivors, available on early access on Steam. Take care, and ciao.